At Atlanta's most prestigious hotel, Grand Regency, racist manager James Patterson never expected anything to go wrong when he called police to have black woman Victoria Sterling arrested. But what Patterson didn't know was this. The elegant 48-year-old woman standing before him wasn't just any guest. She was the owner and CEO of the empire that included Grand Regency's 127 hotels. And she had come here to witness firsthand the secret racist policies that had been operating in this hotel for 15 years. But before we dive into this incredible story of justice, please let us know in the comments which city you're watching from. And if you believe in real justice, hit that like button and subscribe, because in the next video, we'll reveal shocking truths. Victoria Sterling's arrival at Grand Regency Atlanta that Tuesday evening appeared to be a routine business trip, walking into the lobby in her Chanel suit, Hermes bag, and platinum Rolex. Everything about her reflected a successful businesswoman, but in reality, this was the final phase of a meticulously planned 18-month operation. Victoria Sterling had graduated from Harvard Business School at 25, purchased her first hotel at 30, and by age 48, had become the owner of one of America's largest hotel chains. Sterling Hospitality Group operated 127 hotels in 15 countries with an annual revenue of $2.8 billion. Behind her success lay painful experiences. In her youth, when her father Marcus Sterling tried to run their small motel, they lost their business due to constant complaints from white customers and discriminatory practices by local authorities. From that day forward, Victoria had fought to ensure equality and justice prevailed in every hotel she owned. But complaints she'd received over the past 2 years were concerning her. Reports from the Atlanta branch in particular were filled with allegations of systematic discrimination. Black customers complained about being given inferior rooms, having their reservations disappear, and even being reported to police. Victoria had hired private investigators and analyzed customer reviews to investigate these claims. The findings were horrifying. Black customers at Grand Regency Atlanta were being systematically discriminated against. White customers were automatically placed on upper floors, while black customers received lower floors or noisy rooms. Worse still, there were secret directives given to reception staff. Special protocols were applied to Type 3 customers, the code used for black customers, extra ID checks, delays in credit card approval, and police reports under the pretense of security concerns. Managing this covert operation was Atlanta branch manager James Patterson. Patterson, 52, white, and conservative, had held this position for 15 years. Employees called him the boss, and no one questioned his decisions. Patterson had never seen who owned the chain. All directives came from corporate headquarters. Board meetings were conducted via video conference. Victoria had deliberately kept herself hidden, managing operations through general managers. That Tuesday evening, Victoria came to the hotel for the final test. Her plan was simple: enter as an ordinary businesswoman, request a reservation, and observe the staff's reaction. She carried hidden cameras, recording devices, and a special phone that allowed direct communication with the FBI. Because this wasn't just a private investigation. It was part of a federal inquiry conducted in coordination with the FBI. Systematic racial discrimination in the hospitality sector was one of the Civil Rights Division's priority issues. As Victoria entered the hotel's marble-floored lobby, she observed every detail: the facial expressions of reception staff, how they greeted white customers, their tone of voice. Everything was being noted. When young receptionist Ashley Morrison saw her, Victoria noticed the change in her expression. As if receiving a sudden alarm signal, her posture tensed and she turned to signal someone behind her. "Good evening," Victoria approached with a smile. "I'd like to make a reservation for tonight." Ashley's response was cold and distant. "I'm sorry, ma'am. We have no rooms available tonight." Victoria looked around the lobby. There were only a few customers, and the hotel appeared half empty. "Are you sure? I have a very urgent business meeting." "Yes, we're completely booked," Ashley insisted. "Perhaps you could try another hotel." Just then, an elderly white couple approached the reception. Ashley's demeanor changed instantly. Warm smile, courteous greeting, and immediate reservation processing. "Of course, ma'am. I can arrange one of our finest rooms for you," Ashley called to the elderly woman. Victoria continued recording the situation. This was clear evidence of the pattern. Meanwhile, across the lobby, manager James Patterson was watching her. Patterson approached Ashley and whispered something in her ear. Ashley's worried glances roamed over Victoria. "Excuse me, ma'am." Patterson walked toward Victoria. "I'm James Patterson, manager of this hotel. How can I help you?" "Victoria Sterling. I'm looking for a room tonight." Patterson looked her up and down. He noticed the expensive clothes and jewelry, but skin color invalidated everything. "Ma'am, this hotel serves a specific customer profile. Perhaps I can suggest more suitable alternatives for you." Victoria understood. This was code language. What customer profile? Corporate clients, long-term guests. You understand. We have certain standards. I'm also a corporate customer. From Sterling Hospitality Group. Patterson paused. He'd heard this name, but couldn't quite remember where. "Still, unfortunately, we have no space. Can I recommend another hotel?" Victoria took out her phone. "Well, can I speak with your guest relations department?" "Ma'am, phone use is limited in the lobby. Please speak outside." This was clear discrimination. The white couple had just been talking on the phone freely in the lobby. "I see. Well, can I speak with your security manager?" Patterson felt alarm bells ringing. Why was this woman asking for the security manager? "Our security manager isn't available right now. Ma'am, if you're going to cause trouble, I'm not causing trouble. I'm just asking for my rights." Patterson secretly pressed the security button. This gave staff the Type 3 customer problem signal. Within 5 minutes, 2 security guards arrived at the lobby. David Chen and Marcus Rodriguez were the team Patterson had specially trained for special situations. "Ma'am," Patterson's voice hardened, "this is private property. If you don't have a reservation and aren't a guest, I ask you to leave." "I requested a reservation 15 minutes ago and was refused. I want to know why." "The reason is clear. No space available. Now please leave, or I'll have to call security." Victoria remained calm. "Security is already here, and I haven't committed any crime yet." Patterson's anger was escalating uncontrollably. This black woman was challenging him, and in his own hotel. "Ma'am, understand. These types of establishments require certain standards. Not everyone is suitable for this environment." "What do you mean by these types of establishments?" "Prestigious, quality. You understand." Victoria was recording every word. Patterson was using explicitly racist language. "So black customers aren't quality. Is that it?" "I didn't say that," Patterson panicked. "You're twisting my words. I'm just trying to understand. What factor prevents me from being here?" Patterson's patience overflowed. Other customers in the lobby had started watching the incident, which made him even more uncomfortable. "David, this lady won't leave. Report the situation." Security guard David Chen looked uncomfortable. "Sir, the lady hasn't violated any rules yet." "Do what I told you," Patterson shouted. Chen reluctantly called police. "Connect me to Atlanta Police Department, please. We have an unwanted person at Grand Regency Hotel who refuses to leave." Victoria was expecting this development. With the special phone she took from her bag, she called the FBI Communication Center. "This is Victoria. Situation active. Police called. Full record being taken." Patterson heard the phone conversation and became more paranoid. "What are you doing? Who did you call?" "My legal counsel. This discrimination is a federal crime." "There's no discrimination. Just business rules." Just then, 2 police officers from Atlanta PD arrived. Officer Johnson and Officer Williams had come for what they thought was a routine, unwanted person call. "What's the problem here?" Officer Johnson asked. Patterson immediately stepped forward. "This lady is causing disturbance in our hotel. We told her to leave, but she won't listen." Officer Williams turned to Victoria. "Ma'am, what are you doing here?" "I was trying to make a room reservation, but was refused. When I asked why, I experienced discriminatory treatment." "There's no discrimination," Patterson interrupted. "Just no space." Officer Johnson looked around the lobby. The hotel was clearly half empty. "So ma'am, how long have you been waiting to make a reservation?" "About 20 minutes. During this time, a white couple came and was immediately given a room." "That's not true," Patterson lied. "That couple had a prior reservation." Victoria was ready to show footage from her hidden cameras, but waited. It wasn't the right time yet. Officer Williams was assessing the situation. He was an experienced officer who knew these types of unwanted person calls were usually racially biased. "Mr. Patterson, can you tell me what rule this lady violated? She's causing disturbance, bothering other guests." Victoria looked around. There were only 3 to 4 people in the lobby, and no one looked bothered. On the contrary, everyone was watching the situation with curiosity. Which guest was bothered? Can you show me? Patterson couldn't answer. Officer Johnson began to suspect. Ma'am, can I see your identification? Victoria opened her bag. What came out? Began Patterson's nightmare. First came an ordinary driver's license. Victoria Sterling, Atlanta address. Then a credit card, Victoria Sterling, Platinum American Express. Then a company card, Sterling Hospitality Group, CEO. And finally, joint investigation document from FBI and Sterling Hospitality Group. Officer Johnson examined the documents. His eyes widened. Mr. Patterson, this lady is the CEO of Sterling Hospitality Group. Does this company have any connection to this hotel chain? Patterson's world was collapsing, but he couldn't yet fully grasp the truth. Sterling Hospitality? I don't know. We work with many companies. Victoria finally spoke. Officer Johnson, I'd like to note that Sterling Hospitality Group owns 100% of the Grand Regency hotel chain. Deep silence fell over the lobby. So, Officer Johnson was trying to understand. So, I own this hotel, and Mr. Patterson has been working for me for 15 years. Patterson's color drained visibly. His knees began trembling. This isn't possible. The owner never came. We never saw, because I never needed to come, until I decided to investigate the systematic racism complaints we've been receiving for the past 18 months. Victoria took out a thick file from her bag. Officer Johnson, this file contains complaints from Grand Regency, Atlanta. 73 different Black customers reported experiencing discrimination. All have common points: room denial, inferior rooms, extra security checks, and police reports. Patterson had collapsed. Ma'am, I didn't know. I mean, you didn't know? Well, do you know the Type 3 customer code? Patterson's face turned ashen. This code was something only staff knew. The Type 3 customer code is your discriminatory system for Black customers. Special protocols, delays, extra checks, and police reports when necessary. Officer Williams was examining the documents. Are these documents real? Part of a federal investigation. We're working with the FBI Civil Rights Division. Just then, 4 FBI agents entered through the hotel's main entrance. Following Victoria's signal from her special phone, the team that had been waiting in ready position sprang into action. Agent Sarah Martinez led the approach to Victoria. Ma'am, we have the situation under control. Recorded materials are secure. Patterson was in shock. FBI? What's happening here? Victoria stood up. It was time to remove the mask. Mr. Patterson, I am Victoria Sterling, CEO of Sterling Hospitality Group and owner of this hotel. For the past 18 months, we've been receiving complaints that you've been conducting systematic racial discrimination under your management. The reason I came here tonight was to personally test these allegations. Everyone in the lobby listened in frozen silence. Unfortunately, all the complaints proved true. Your refusal to give me a room, using discriminatory language, reporting me to police. Everything was recorded and will be part of the federal investigation. Patterson fell to his knees. Please, I don't want to lose my job. I have a family. Losing your job is the least of your problems. You're facing federal discrimination charges. Agent Martinez intervened. James Patterson, you're under arrest for federal civil rights violations, systematic racial discrimination, and conspiracy charges. As handcuffs were placed on Patterson's wrist, customers in the lobby were filming with their phones. Victoria turned to Patterson one last time. For 15 years, you humiliated, insulted, and caused injustice to thousands of Black customers. Tonight, justice has been served. As Patterson was taken to the police car, Victoria gathered the staff. There will be fundamental changes in this hotel. Anyone who discriminates will be fired. The rest will serve on the basis of equality and respect. Ashley Morrison was crying. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Patterson told us to do it that way. Ashley, Patterson's directives won't save you, but if you're ready to change, I can give you a second chance. 6 months later, Grand Regency Atlanta had completely transformed. The new manager, Maria Rodriguez, was an expert in diversity and inclusion. Staff had been retrained, the discriminatory system completely removed. Patterson was found guilty in federal court and sentenced to 3 years in prison. Sterling Hospitality Group developed anti-discrimination systems throughout its chain and became an example in the industry. Victoria Sterling's brave stance changed not just one hotel, but the entire sector. Sometimes, achieving real justice requires taking big risks. Victoria hid her identity to see and correct the injustice happening in her own empire. The result was millions of people receiving fairer treatment. If you think Victoria's story gives hope to all discrimination victims, hit the like button. Or, if you believe in the role of strong women in ensuring justice, leave a comment. If this story moved you, Don't forget to subscribe, because in the next video, we'll tell a justice story that no one expects.